Friends, today we have to study the next topic of our first chapter, significant figures. Students, we have to carry out experiments in our chemistry, and during experiments we have to take some observations. In an observation, the last digit is called doubtful digit or uncertain digit. Remaining all are certain digits. All certain digits and last uncertain digit commonly known as significant figures. So significant figures are all certain digits and one doubtful digit in a number. They are significant figures. Take the example 11.64. In this number, the last digit 4 is uncertain or doubtful digit. Remaining all are certain digits. Combinedly, certain digits and the last uncertain digit are known as significant figures. There are certain rules for calculation of significant figures in a given number. Let's see them one by one. Rule number 1. All non-zero digits are significant. Like in 45.3, 4, 5 and 3, all they are the significant figures because all they are non-zero digits. So 45.3 contains how many significant figures? 3. Second rule, the zeros between non-zero digits are significant. Means a zero lying between two non-zero digits is considered to be significant. Take the example 405.3. This zero is lying between 4 and 5. So it is considered to be significant. 405.3 contains how many significant figures? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Significant figures are 4. Decimal point is not considered towards significant figure. Only the digits are significant or non-significant. Now third rule is the zeros written to the left of the first non-zero digit in a number are non-significant. Means like in this case 0.0453, these zeros are not significant figures. They are lying left side to the first non-zero digit. First non-zero digit is 4 and these two are zeros lying left side. So how many significant figures are present in this number? 4, 5 and 3. Total 3 significant figures are present. Now the next rule is all zeros placed to the right of the last non-zero digit. Right side to the last non-zero digit. All those zeros are significant provided the given number has a decimal point. In the given number there must be a decimal point. Like 4.530. In this number, this 0 is present in the extreme right side. This is considered to be significant figure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In this given number, there are 4 significant figures present. Let's see the next rule. If zeros are present on right side of last non-zero digits in a number without decimal point, means there is no decimal point in the given number, then the zero may or may not be significant. Like 18500. This number does not contain any decimal point. So these zeros, they are present in extreme right side, may or may not be significant. To avoid the confusion for these type of numbers, we represent these type of numbers in scientific notation. While mentioning a number in scientific notation, it is mentioned as n, capital N into 10 raised to power small n, where capital N is a number having only one non-zero digit to the left side of decimal point, and small n is the power of 10 it is positive or negative integer. Now, if you have to write 18500 in scientific notation, it is written as 1.85 into 10 raised to power 4. It gives you 18500. Capital N 1.85 into 10 raised to power small n equal to 4. So, there must be only one non-zero digit to the left side of decimal point while you have to mention capital N. Now, using this scientific notation, you can determine the number of significant figures from this capital N value. If 18500 is written as 1.85 into 10 raised to power 4, then number of significant figures are 1, 2 and 3. So this number contains how many significant figures? 3. We have to study calculation involving the significant figures. Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. There is one rule for addition and subtraction and another rule for division and multiplication. First, for addition and subtraction. During addition or subtraction, the last result is reported with same number of decimal places as present in the term having least decimal places. Means when you are adding the two number or more numbers, the last result will have same number of decimal places as in the given terms with least decimal places. Check the example. We have to add 4.573 and 2.1. In first number, it is up to 3 decimal places. 4.573 is up to 3 decimal places. And the second number 2.1 is up to only 1 decimal place. So when adding the two, the last result 6.673 is reported to have only up to decimal places with least number, means 1. So this result must be reported to have only 1 decimal place. You have to remove 3 and 7 from this last result. Only up to 1 decimal place result is reported. During multiplication and division, the last result is reported with same number of significant figures as present in the term having least significant figures. Only the difference between these two is there you have to consider the number of decimal places, and in multiplication and division you have to consider the significant figures in the given number. If you are multiplying 7.356 with 1.01, 7.356 has how many significant figures? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1.01 has how many significant figures? 1, 2, 3. So when multiply these two, the result comes out to be 7.42956. But when reporting the result, it must have least significant figures, means it must have 3 significant figures. So you have to remove 9, 5 and 6, and the result is reported only up to 3 significant figures. When last result is reported, sometimes we are required to rounding off the number. And to round off a number, there are again certain rules. Let's take them one by one. Rules for rounding off a number. First rule is digits are dropped always one by one. If you have to drop 2 or more digits, they are not simultaneously dropped. They are dropped one after another, one by one. Like if you have to drop 2 digits in the given number 2.537, then first you have to drop 7 and then you have to drop 3. Not simultaneously 3 and 7. Second rule says if dropping digit is greater than 5, then add 1 in the preceding digit. If dropping digit is more than 5, then the next digit is to be increased by 1. Like again, in this case 2.537. if you have to drop 7, if you have to drop 7, it is more than 5, then the next digit, means this 3, is increased by 1. It would be 2.54. When dropping digit is more than 5, the next digit is increased by 1. But if dropping digit, third rule, if dropping digit is less than 5, then the preceding digit is unchanged. Again, if you have to drop 4 from this number, it is less than 5, so the next digit remain unchanged. 2.54, if 4 is dropped, it comes out to be 2.5. So 2.537 after dropping these two digits gives the result 2.5. If dropping digit is less than 5, then preceding digit remains unchanged. Then the last rule, if dropping digit is equal to 5. If dropping digit is equal to 5, then preceding digit will be increased by 1 if it is odd and remains unchanged if it is even. Let's consider the example 4.775. If you have to drop this 5, then the preceding digit is 7 and it is odd. If it is odd, you increase it by 1. So it gives you the result 4.78. The next digit is increased by 1 because it is odd. And in case 4.765, if you are dropping this 5, next digit is 6, that is an even number, then it remains unchanged. It will give you 4.76. So if dropping digit is 5, then the next digit will increase by 1 if it is odd and remains unchanged if it is even.